It wasn't that long ago that Rudy Giuliani was apparently raided in an investigation of his activities involving the Ukraine scandal. He's been mostly silent since that, but he did go on Tucker Carlson's program to offer up a defense, sort of. But let's go to a little bit of what he had to say about the investigation and what he thinks the investigators should really be looking into.
Tell us what happened yesterday.
Well, about 6 o'clock in the morning, there was a big bang, bang, bang on the door. And outside were seven FBI agents with a warrant for electronics. And I looked at the warrant and I said, this is extraordinary because I've offered to give these to the government and talk it over with the government for 2 years. I don't know why they have to do this. The agents seemed somewhat apologetic, I might say. They were very, very professional and very gentlemanly. The only time they got perturbed is at the end of the surge when they had taken about, I'd say, 7 or 8 electronic items of mine, which is what they took, and 2 of someone else's. They weren't taking the 3 hard drives, which of course are electronic devices. They just mimic the computer. I said, well, don't you want these? And they said, what are they? I said, those are Hunter Biden's hard drives. And they said, no.
Yeah, they freaked out at the possibility of it. Anyway, look, you're being raided, okay? It's not like, oh good, I finally got a meeting with these investigators. I can hand off this project I've been looking into. But he went on Tucker Carlson to be able to rant and rave about whatever he wants, and knowing that Tucker Carlson is going to do everything he can to defend him, even as it gets increasingly weird, which we'll get to, and allow him to engage in these insane diversions like, oh no, this isn't about me and all the things I did. This is somehow going to be about Hunter Biden. And while I was surprised that they even acknowledged Rudy Giuliani's issues on Fox News, this explains why. Because they're gonna find another way to make this about Hunter Biden because they feel like talking about that in some way will hurt Joe Biden.
Well, there's a haunting similarity here. When they raided Jeffrey Dahmer's house, he said, I have Chelsea Clinton's notebooks. I have her notebooks. Do you want them? You don't, you want the severed head in the freezer. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I love that it'd be like, oh, thank God you're here. Oh, I've been trying to call. Here you go. But like, he's so offended they didn't take them. Like, it's very like, someone refusing a Tupperware of baked ziti, like come on, it's great.
No.
Which in this case, I'm not sure they weren't just 3 Tupperwares of baked ziti that Rudy Giuliani tried to give to the feds. Like, these are hard drives. Like, no, they're not, sir. That's not Hunter Biden. That's marinara. Like, at this point.
But I don't know if he thinks that the justice system works on the, we just came for one crime, we'll take whichever one you've got. Or if he is like, no, he's really convinced that Hunter Biden is the worst person in America. And he doesn't even mind going down. He just wants to make sure that he can drag Hunter Biden down with him. I don't know. I don't know if this is just a convenient diversion or if he really wants to get that guy for some reason.
But John, you're asking a question I have been able to answer in the last couple of years here, which I seriously ask, have all of these people lost their minds? I actually think there's a decent chance that Rudy Giuliani and Trump and several other Republicans have dementia. And they're walking around and people are, people like Roseanne Barr. I don't know that, damn it, Jim, I'm not a doctor, I'm a talk show host, okay? So I don't know that Roseanne Barr is mentally incapable. She certainly sounds like it, right? Almost all of them, Ted Nugent, all their little stars, their big stars, they sound like they literally have mental health problems. And the right-wing voters, 40% of this country, look at it and go, oh, that guy, that sounds totally unhinged. That's my boy.
Yeah, they like Lynn Wood. They like the pillow dude.
Lynn Wood said the other day that Trump is still in the office. And they're like, oh yeah, totally. Yeah, no, man, Biden, I'm surprised he didn't do the Scooby-Doo thing and reveal that he was Trump. But then why did he have all those progressive proposals? And why do they hate him? Like, none of it makes any sense. They're following literal lunatics.
They are. Well, okay, I wanna go to a little bit more. As I alluded to, it is going to get increasingly weird in Rudy Giuliani's attempt to explain himself, so let's watch a bit more.
They also were completely content to rely on my word that these were Hunter Biden's hard drives. I mean, they could have been Donald Trump's. They could have been Vladimir Putin's. They could have been anybody's. But they relied on me, the man who had to be raided in the morning, because I'm going to destroy the evidence. I've known about this for 2 years, Tucker. I could have destroyed the evidence a year. I didn't destroy the evidence because the evidence is exculpatory. It proves that the president and I and all of us are innocent. They're the ones who are committing. It's like projection. They're committing the crimes. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so that was a little bit weird because I guess he didn't want to keep going on with the line that he was doing. So he implied that Tucker was interrupting him, but Tucker had not cracked from his look the entire time. It was just a dead set look, no noise. I guess if I was Rudy Giuliani, I would be trying to stop Rudy Giuliani from speaking too.
Yeah, so first of all, that was a good Tucker face, John, so I'll give you that.
I wish that it wasn't possible.
Okay, secondly, that was the one time that Tucker's confused face made sense.
Yeah.
Right, so wait, was it Putin's?
Right?
Why would you bring that up? And he's like, I could have destroyed the evidence 2 years ago when I first found out. I mean, that would have been the smart thing. And then he like changed. I mean, of course I didn't. Of course I didn't.
Wrong.
Dude, you used to be not only a lawyer, but one of the top prosecutors in the country. Why are you telling people about how you could have destroyed evidence on national television, you moron of morons, right? And by the way, Rudy, under your logic of like, oh, they're trusting me that it was Hunter Biden's hard drive and they're not even taking it. Maybe it was my hard drive. Or maybe, remember, they're raiding a criminal's apartment. That's what you are, Rudy. They raided you. They don't raid non-criminals' apartments. They have very credible allegations that the former president's top ally and lawyer is a severe enough criminal that they raided his home. So I don't think that's a situation where the criminal gets to tell them, hey, why don't you take that hard drive too? See how it turns out for you, right? I mean, if you're the FBI, normally when you raid somebody's house, let's say it's a drug dealer or something, you don't go, oh, he told me to take that. Why don't I just take it? Maybe it's a bomb, right? Maybe you want to come back and figure out what the hell it is. So none of anything that Rudy is saying makes sense, but of course you all already knew that because you don't watch Fox News.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little bit like Rudy Giuliani's, like Hunter Biden's tapes and hard drives to Rudy Giuliani is a little bit like the ring to Gollum. You know, it's like got this hold on him, but he's like really he wants to keep it, but he actually just wants to be relieved of these hard drives. But nobody wants it. I don't know. They've got a spell on him. Maybe if they took it and they like looked at it, it would just be like, "Hello, this is Rudy Giuliani. Help, help me.
Do you think
I can't take care of myself? I have not eaten a warm meal in 5 months."
Just a raw wriggly fish?
The thing leaking down my face was not hair dye. Help, H-E-L-P, help.
I just can't wait until like, I don't know, maybe right before the midterms, he ends up biting Merrick Garland's finger off. Like this, politics is gonna get exciting, I think.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.